If you end up liking my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, liking the videos. Helps me in the long run on the YouTube algorithms. Also, if you feel like throwing a little bit of cash my way every once in a while, you can click on the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. Thank you. Now, looking at possible places to put the solar panel array, I'm going to do a ground mount system, and I'll go over that here in a little bit. But anyway, this is where the old house used to be out here, and so I'm thinking that this will be about the best spot to put it. Now, I don't have my compass with me and stuff, but that's basically north off that way. Sun comes up somewhere over there, goes down somewhere over there, so we're looking at a trajectory like this. Put south about right over there somewhere. Everything else. Now what I'm planning on doing is putting, like I said, the ground-based non-adjustable mount here, and the reason being is we get very high winds here quite often. I'm on top of basically a hill. I know it kind of looks flat out there, but I'm on top of a hill for this area, and so we get some pretty gnarly winds out here at times. That direction over there is where typically any of the bad weather comes from, especially coming this spring. We got tornadoes, whatever else, they're going to come that way, across this way, usually every time and stuff. So anyway, what I plan on doing on the mini splits is I'm going to put one right over there by that window, and then that'll be a 12. Animal's been digging. I'm going to put a 24 where you see that second air conditioner there, down there past those hoses and stuff. And then on the other side of the house, there's another little bedroom and window like that, and I'm going to put a 12 over there. At least that's the plans. Now what I'm going to have to do is set this up out here. The way I'm looking at it is I got 4 for each 12, so that's 8, and at least 7 for the 24, so 15 to 16 panels out here is going on this right here. And I'm going to have to go from here over there, which means I'm going to have to cross the driveway. Now I could bore under it, but I think I'm just going to dig across it, and I'll get some gravel in here and kind of redo the driveway. It kind of needs it anyway. I've got a tractor. The only thing I need to buy is I'm going to get a post hole digger because I'm too old to dig post holes. I've got a backhoe, but I really don't want to dig the holes to put the post in the ground with a backhoe. So that's basically what we're going to be doing there. Here comes Yups going on by. So I'll have to dig across here, and I'll probably come across no further than the front of the house, maybe back on the other side of this peach tree, the little peach tree here. So somewhere in that area there, come up with all of the PV lines and stuff. Now the panel for the house, I had relocated it. Well, I didn't relocate the panel. The main panel's inside the house, but I put a bigger panel on the outside of the house and moved the electric from coming through the roof to over there, dug underground to it. So I've got a backhoe. I can dig all this. So I'm gonna have to run my grid power from the panel around there over here. Drop off a 220 for that, 120 for this. Bring my PV lines from here to there. Now the one thing I don't know right now is the best way to set up these panels, whether it would be to put them all together or have them set for each one. I'm thinking in my mind that I'll tie 4 together, they'll go to 1 unit, 4 together go to the further unit, and then the 7 to 8 together to go to the 24. That's what I'm thinking. So like 3 lines coming across here. Anyway, we'll go back inside. We're going to get on the computer and kind of go over some ideas of what I got going on. All right, this is a satellite view area of around the house on the farm, and it's where I'm going to be thinking about putting the solar panel mount, and kind of giving you an idea where the EG4 units are going to go, and just kind of some stuff to kind of visualize what I've got going on. So the yellow is the proposed solar panel ground mount location, and it shows about the correct angle that it would be to the house, face due solar south. And you can see it's a little bit of an angle to the house, the way the house faces. The house doesn't directly face solar south. It faces a little bit to the west. But anyway, typically in the morning, coming up over the side where you see the edges of the hayfield, a little tip of the cornfield back there in the upper right, that's where the sun comes across that side right there, across those trees, and it hits that section there beside the house fairly early with some decent sun. And then it continues on all the way into the evening time. There's one tree there that's close to the house there in the front. You can see that tree's no longer there. A tornado took it out. So that's no longer there. And beyond that, it's pretty wide open out to the west. So this is where I'm thinking about putting it. And so kind of give you an idea of that. All right, now I contacted Signature Solar, talked to them yesterday, getting some information about the solar panel sizes, the actual size, footprint size of the units, so that I could start preparing for all that. And I specifically asked them on this free shipping on orders over $5,000 that if that was gone, by the time I was ready to purchase, would I be able to drive to their place and pick them up? And they told me yes, absolutely, I could do that. And so that's probably what I will do if they do not have this sale going on when I get ready to purchase, which is probably going to be later on this year, maybe even the first of next year. I don't know. Just depends on funds. We all know how that goes. Now this is from Sam and Angela's channel. We're up there in Tennessee somewhere. You can see through here that he's putting up his deal. I'm kind of pointing out that he's using 6x6 post on there, and they're out in the middle of like a rolling plains where they get a lot of high winds like I get here. They're doing a fixed tilt. It's not adjustable. They're putting like the 2x6s up, and then on the bottom and the top running the length of the structure there, they doubled 2x6s together to put those on there. So this is basically the layout that I'm going to use. Now, I watched this video and Sam did not really provide any dimensions, which I guess is okay because it's going to be a little bit different from everybody else. But it is set up for 20 panels, so 10 across the bottom, 10 on the top is what they've got there. And like I said, other than that, really no dimensions. You can notice in the photo there's a panel array in the back, and he specifically states that they didn't really film that because they did that one as a learning curve. Now the difference between Sam and Angela and myself is they've got a pretty nice channel there, and they've got a lot of subscribers, so they're getting some financial assistance going along with all this stuff. I'm not. In later videos, they actually get stuff donated or given to them by solar suppliers for them to basically install and talk about. I don't have that. Everything I'm going to do is going to come out of my pocket. And I'm on Social Security, so you know that's not going to be fast. But anyway, so this is basically the setup, similar that I'm going to do on here. He does use a manufactured mount rail system that he puts on there. There again, tons of money. I don't have that. I'm actually going to use Unistrut. I was an electrician for over 40 years, and Unistrut is some strong stuff, people. Let me tell you, especially if you get the 1 5/8, which is what I plan on doing. And it's not really that expensive in the overall scheme of things. But as I start putting my plan together, I'm going to make that available to everybody. Like I said, measurements may change, angles may change a bit for people, but you get the general concept of what I'm going to be doing. So, this just gives you an idea. That's what's going out on that side over there. Something very similar to this. It'd be set typically to that average mid angle, which is mid would be the spring fall angle, which gets you halfway between the optimum winter angle and the optimum summer angle. That's what I'm going to be shooting for. Alright, so let's move on from that. Okay, one last little thing I want to go over is I purchased solar panel off of Team. It was really inexpensive, 33 something, like 36 by taxes. It comes with 16 of the end mounts, edge mounts on the end of the runs, and 40 of them. So I just kind of wanted to go over that. This is what I'm going to be using. I've already ordered them.